Auzubillahiminashaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is me, Alisha Abid. Today we are going to discuss about the microcomputers. Introduction. A small computer with a microprocessor as its central processing unit, microcomputers become popular in the 1970s, and it is with the advent of increasingly powerful microprocessors, example IBM PC and Apple Mac. Origins. The term microcomputer came into popular use after the introduction of the minicomputer. The French developers of the micro in 1973 filed their patents with the term microordinators, a literal equivalent of microcomputers, to designate a solid-state machine designed with a microprocessor. Parts. There are some parts of microprocessor: microcontroller, memory, input facilities and output facilities. Description. Monitors, keyboards and other devices for input and output may be integrated or separate. Computer memory in the form of RAM and at least one other less volatile memory storage device are usually combined with the CPU on a system bus in one unit. Other devices that make up a complete computer system includes batteries, a power supply unit, a keyboard and various input-output devices used to convey information to and from a human operator, printers, monitors, human interface devices. Microcontroller. A microcontroller is a small computer on a single integrated circuit containing a processor, core, memory and input-output peripherals. Microcontrollers are used in automatically controlled products and devices. Introduction. A small computer with a microprocessor as its central processing unit, microcomputers become popular in the 1970s, and it is with the advent of increasingly powerful microprocessors, example architecture of microcomputer. General architecture of microcomputer system is databus and CPU, memory, address bus, IO port, OP devices, input devices. Parts. There are some parts of microprocessor, microcontroller, memory, input facilities and output facilities. Memory. Memory consists of RAM, ROM. The purpose of memory is to store the instructions given by the user. Microcontroller. A microcontroller is a small computer on a single integrated circuit containing a processor, core, memory and input-output peripherals. Microcontrollers are used in automatically controlled products and devices. CPU, Central Processing Unit. In a microcomputer, CPU is a microprocessor. CPU receiving the instruction from memory, decodes them and carries out these actions in a sequence of steps. The CPU also contains an address counter or instruction pointer registers which holds the address of next instruction. Architecture of microcomputer. General architecture of microcomputer system is databus and CPU, memory, address bus, IO port, OP devices, input devices. Databus. The databus consists of 8, 16 or 32 parallel signal lines. The databus lines are bidirectional. This means that the CPU can read data in from memory or it can send data out to the memory. Control bus. The control bus consists of 4 to 10 parallel signal lines. The CPU sends out signals on the control bus to enable the output of addressed memory devices or port devices. Typical control bus signals are memory, read memory, write IO, read and IO write. Components of CPU. Microprocessor is divided in three segments: ALU, register array and control unit. Arithmetic logic unit. This is the area of microprocessor where various computing functions are performed on data The ALU performs operations such as addition, subtraction, and logic operations such as AND, OR, and exclusive OR. Control unit. The control unit provides the necessary timing and control signals to all the operations in the microcomputers. It controls the flows, the data bus between microprocessor and memory and peripherals. The control unit performs two basic tasks: sequencing, execution. Register array. There are three steps. These are storage devices to store the data temporarily. There are different types of registers depending upon the microprocessors. General purpose registers include AL, AH, BL, BH, etc. Use of microcomputers. In home for personal use, in business, medical sector, teaching sector, data center, mobile computing devices, and etc. Introduction. A small computer with a microprocessor as its central processing unit, microcomputers become popular in the 1970s and 80s with the advent of increasingly powerful microprocessors, example IBM PC and Apple Mac. Disadvantages of microcomputer. Microcomputer have some disadvantages as well as some disadvantages as well. It has low computational power to other types of computers. Due to daily usage of microcomputers, mostly people get addicted to some gambling games and misuse of internet. It has not large storage capacity. Microcomputers has less computing performance due to use less performing processors. Users can get physically problems such as neck and back pain, eye strain, etc. So this was my video. Thank you so much.